All right, test. It is Sunday, 19 November, 0630 local, 1230 Z. En route, Eglin Delta. Going to repeat the trim shots we lost yesterday. Also going to get our beta GPS runs. Air's smooth. Had a front come through yesterday though, so it's cold, 16 Charlie OAT. Airliner behind us, so once it gets clear, we'll start boxing. %65% power condition set. Actually, we'll come back just a little bit on these since it's a cold day. Let's go to about 20.5, see where the RPM settles out. Give me a true airspeed of 178, that's what we were working yesterday, about 160 indicated. And winds aloft are showing 012 at 14 today, so very similar to yesterday. It is 12:32:05, 16 Charlie, 29.9 on board. All right, let's roll on a track of 360 for this first one.
340-45, Jacksonville Center 20.2, good morning.
And we'll just continue just a little bit for airspace. And we're going to push power back up to 21 inches, same as we had yesterday. Right now it's got a stable about 158, 176, so let's go back and see if we can hit the same parameters. Power's up. We'll just let the big dog eat. Again, we'll box the compass, left-hand turns. And 360 track and 360 showing 142 on the ground, so wind's pretty much on the beak. Showing balls 9 at 16. All right, our parameters are coming back to 178, 160 indicated. And we need to continue just a little bit for airspace. We got a good camera, we got a good boom. Only repeats we need to run today are going to be the trim shots. So we'll get our static trim shots down the speed band, and then we'll run our dynamic cals. Getting toasty warm. Engine's nominal. Oil temp is nominal. Waiting on airspace. All right, 12:35:05, 16 Charlie, 29.5 on board. George is engaged. This is going to be our first beta GPS run. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark
Excellent. And we'll continue about 30 seconds or so. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at average beta on each one of these 4 legs so we can develop a correction factor. And that's for any boom misalignment. All right, there's our 30 seconds mark. Coming up to a track of 270 degrees. It is 12:36:12, 16 Charlie, 29.4 on board. We've been airborne 11 minutes 4 seconds. We did have one random reboot on the ground as we were sitting in EOR there waiting for the engine to warm up. So we're on log file 2 for the cockpit, unknown status for DocsBox. Rolling out, and we'll let her stabilize for 60 seconds. Mark. All right, airspeed's looking good at 160, showing 177 true. Winds aloft, showing 358.17, consistent, 29.2 on board. Stand by 10 seconds. All right, time is clear. It is 12:37:55, 16 Charlie, 29.2. Data mark number 2, 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Excellent. 30 seconds. Still showing a good camera, showing a good boom. Mark, 30 seconds away. All right. Coming left to track of 180. Tailwind component going in this direction, so we're going to have to expedite just a little bit. We'll let this one stabilize 30 seconds. Airspeed's looking good in the turn. We're at 21 inches by 2,450 RPM for the friends. So a tad over 65% power. All right. Mark, 30 seconds. All right, airspeed is stable. True airspeed is stable. We're going to expedite. 12:39:50, 16 Charlie, 28.9, data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, that's leg number 3, sculling 180. And we're expediting basically for airspace here. Airborne 15 minutes, 10 seconds, left tank feeding. All right, 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back. All right, 30 seconds away. And coming left to track of 090. Fourth and final run for our beta correction. Time now 12:40:50, 16 Charlie. Got 28.8 on board, retina burn coming up. Good camera, good boom. Sunday morning airspace is completely quiet except for the airline launch. Hopefully I have another half an hour to work here, unmolested. And rolling out on a heading of 090 at 12:41:25. OAT is consistent, 16 Chuck, 28.7 on board, 16:23 away. Okay, loader stabilize on heading for about a minute. Airspeed's already good. Little engine never gets to run and cruise, so we'll let it relax for a little while. So we're good for our trim shots. Once we terminate this, we'll start hand flying. All right, time now, 12:42:38, 16 Charlie, 28.5. Standby data mark, 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Data mark 4, Scullin 090. Standby 30. Trimmed up well, she's flying really well. We're going to turn to a heading of 360, and that's actually going to be our first data mark for our trim shots. And 30 seconds away. Mark. All right, coming left to heading of 360. Upcoming data mark will be data mark number 5, log file 2 for the cockpit. We got a good camera. We got a good boom. Nice condition here for high-speed cruise, so we're just going to go ahead and hold it. Then we'll disco George, and we'll start working our way down. All right, it's going 360 at 12:44:30. Airborne 19 minutes, 23 seconds, left tank feed. All right, we'll let her stabilize on condition for our first trim shot. There's our 160, there's our 178, winds aloft showing 01215. All right, 12:44:53, 16 Charlie, 28.3, standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, that's our first trim shot. We'll hold the condition. All right, good data. All right, George is coming off. Power's coming back. 19 inches selected. Maintain altitude. We're going to just let the big dog slow down. We'll take our next trim shot at this power setting. Prop needs to spool down. It is 12:45:56. We're sculling 360. We got just enough airspace to get this next one done. One more power adjustment to 19 inches. Showing about 165 true. 148 indicated. I'm at 19 inches, 2300 RPM. It is 12:46:35, 16 Charlie. 28 gallons on board, stable 146. And stable 146. This is going to be our trim shot. Standby data mark. 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, power's coming back to 17.5. 17.5 set. We'll let the prop spool down, manifold pressure pump. May get yelled at by ATC here soon. We'll work a north-south axis for these today. We'll keep the sun out of the field of view. We got a good camera. We got a good boom. Airspeed is decreasing. One more power adjustment. There's 17.5. All right, starting an easy hook now to heading a 180 at 12:47:36. 16 Charlie, 27.9 on board. We're just holding altitude like a fiend. We're going to bleed a little bit in the turn, so we're only going to use about 15 degrees of bank here. Terry, I'm not using the iPhone mount because it actually kind of blocks my access to the data mark switch. So when it comes time to run our dynamic cals, we're just going to do those on the lap, the way I have been doing them. And we don't have our screen save function. So we'll do 2 screen saves the old-fashioned way just to make sure that we have the equations and we have the recorded AOA along with the plot. All right, in the left turn now at 12:48:47. 15 Charlie, 27.8 on board. Next trim shot will be on heading a 180. 17.5 inches of manifold pressure set. Stand by, we're getting an RPM reading. Rolling out and heading a 180. We need to stabilize on condition for a little while. Showing about 130 or so indicated. Cruise speed's down to 147. We'll let the airspeed stabilize. We'll get our next trim shot. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to use our decel meter to help with this. All right, looking good. All right, she's stable at 133 indicated. Yeah, she's MIPL 133, 134. Definitely down to 133 trend. Slight climb going. All right, we're at 17.5 inches of manifold pressure and about 2150 on the RPM, 133 indicated. And it is 12:50:07, 15 Charlie, 27.7. Standby data mark. 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, power's coming back now. 16.5 inches. Actually, well, let's come back to 16 or we'll be up here all year. Continue on a heading of 180 for just a little bit. And then we'll do a left turn, retina burn. And I got two good balls, largely in agreement. Just kind of split the difference between them. We got some airspace going this way. We're going to get our next trim shot on a heading of 180.
Good at 810, I'm going to push it on 6.
Adjusting power one more time to get that 16. There it is. Hands off the throttle. We'll let the airspeed stabilize now. There's 16 inches of manifold pressure by about 1975 RPM. Looking at about 123 indicated, 137 true.
Please in 36 area departure I-10, maintain 100.
It is 12:51:30, 15 degrees Charlie, 27.6 on board, and I'm showing a decreasing trim. We need to let airspeed stabilize.
Please in 36 area radar contact 2 miles north of Eglin, flighting 360.
And winds aloft are showing 03513. A little bit of trim, about 2 degrees nose high, fat lady's butt sitting on the horizon. And there's 117, Mipple 118. Coming down to 117. All right, stable 117, Mipple 118. It is 12:52:10, 15 Charlie, 27.5, data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
At 117 indicated. We get some data. A little airspeed trend that I don't like. All right, we're going to hit that one more time. 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, 118. Get some data at 118. She still had 1 mile to go there. So this is a good one. We got about 5 miles on the airspace. We're looking good. All right, we're going to leave the, I'll tell you what, we're going to bring the power back to about 15. 15 may be the bucket, we'll see. And let's start decelerating the turn. We use 15 degrees of bank, retina burn coming up. Got a good camera, and we got a good boom. We're in the left turn now. We're heading at 360 at 12:53:30. Been airborne 28 minutes, 22nd. Left tank feed. Appear to be on the first log file. Haven't had a reboot yet. Probably just cursed myself.
Please in 36 contact Jacksonville Center 120.2.
Not showing much of an airspeed decrease on this one. Power's coming back to 14 inches. 14 inches is set. Let's trim. And we'll roll out on heading at 360. And all we're doing now is we're just getting static trim shots. I'll map our flight line using these, and then we'll get our dynamic curves. And there we are, level 5,000. Manifold pressure's up just a little bit as we slow. That's standard, so I'm showing about 14.5 by about 1,650 RPM. Skull in 360, going to hold this, and once we get stable airspeed, get our next trim shots. Winds aloft still shows 01016, consistent. Ground speed's 81, so wind is on the beak.
Number 991, Mike Lee, Mega departure, your radar contact, climb maintain 100,000.
About 5 degrees of pitch. Airspeed's still winding down.
Number 1, Mike Lee, flighting 360.
Getting close to L Liberty max. Manifold pressure's up to 15 as we slow. RPM's down to 16. That's normal. All right, nice having the IVVI. Airspeed's still winding down. Should get into the tone here real quick. Showing a little decel. All right, now we got a little decel trend going, so that means we're right there. Just be patient. All right, looking good. There's about 86.
Number 1 Mike Lima, contact Jacksonville Center, 120.2, see ya.
All right, 186, Mipple 187 at 12:56:15. 15 Charlie, 27.3, standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, hold condition. 86, Mipple 87. So 86.5, holding 86.5. 5 degrees, 6 degrees of pitch. Couple of finger squeezes. 86.5, holding. I'm at 15 inches.
Field Jet 810, contact Jacksonville Center, 120.82, see ya.
All right, there's a good 30 seconds of data. And 30 seconds away. All right, we're going to try. Bring that power back again. 14 inches. Trim, 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 trim. There's L over D max. Not on the back side of the power curve yet. Oil's good at 167, no issues. Full pressure's up to about 14.5. Maybe a slightly fast condition. We're going to hold it. We're at about 7 degrees of pitch. Fat lady's butt sitting on the 5-degree line. Showing 1,500 RPM. It is 12:57:42. 15, 14, Mipple 15, Charlie. 27.2, got a little decent trend going. So we need a little more pitch, a little more trim. There's an on-speed condition. We'll go ahead and get an on-speed trim shot. All right, power's coming up. Make one power adjustment to 15. All right, stable, holding that. We're gonna work 71 indicated. It is 12:58:19. 14 Charlie, 27.1, data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, condition. Slight descent. We're just going to hold the condition 30 seconds. 15 inches, 1,500 RPM. 71 indicated, 82 TAS. Mipple 72. Yeah, definitely downtrend here. About 100 foot per minute VVI, unfortunately. It's all right, though. AOA is stable. Pressures are stable. All right. All right, knock it off, knock it off, knock it off. Let's climb back up. Power's coming back up. About 17 inches. Let's climb back up here. And we'll have to get stable again. Maintain an on-speed condition for climb. 5,000, got a little decel going here. All right, there's our reboot. Just had another random reboot.
Speed enabled.
All right, on-speed system's back up. Decel display remains there. It's all good. We're on a new log file now. Let's go ahead and just start here at about L over D max. Power's coming back. We'll capture L over D max. Work our way down. Also put these pressures in the can. All right, there's L over D max. Looking stable. 16.5 inches. 83 Mipple 84. Light climb. Power adjustment. Hands off. 83 Mipple 84 at 16 inches of manifold pressure. 1650 on the RPM. All right, that's it. There's our condition. 83 looks good. It is 130105, 14 Charlie, 27 gallons on board. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
LVD max condition. Get 30 seconds of data. We get another on speed, and we'll work our way down into the slow range. All right, little accel right there, back. Come on, pay attention to what you're doing. Get one more of these. Stand by, data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Condition, come on, Ace. Jesus, dude. All right, slight climb going. We're gonna make one power correction. Let her stabilize. Good on the airspace. Let's make a slight heading correction here. Winds aloft still shows 023 at 12. One more LD max. It is 130230, 14 Charlie, 26.9. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
LD max at 15 inches by 1600 RPM. 83 indicated. All right, good condition, looking good. Altitude stable. Airspeed stable at 83. Another 10 seconds. All right, sweet. Let's start an easy hook here to the left. Let's go back for an on-speed condition. We gotta get some air in here. It's starting to get hot now. All right, sweet. Full in altitude again, 15 degrees of bank or so. We've been over 38 minutes, 23 seconds. We got a good camera, we got a good boom. Let's go for an on-speed condition. Real close to on speed. There we go. On speed, Mipple fast. About 8 degrees of pitch. Where she stabilizes in here. Downtrend going. Add a little power. Add a little pitch. 17 inches manifold pressure. Let's see where she stabilizes. I don't want her to fly out of the bucket. Power's coming back just a little bit. All right, altitude stable, power's looking stable. All right, there's 67, Mipple 68. All right, 67, Mipple 68 at 13:05:22, 14 Charlie, 26.7. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, 68 indicated. All right, we got a slight climb trend going here. wrong power setting. Yep. We're gonna hold this, we'll get our data. Come back down, gonna repeat that. Reducing power, 1 inch. Power's down 1 inch, 16 inches. If it stabilizes, back to 68. A little bit better. Come back another ½ inch on the power. 15.5. 68. All right, we're going to repeat this data mark at 13:06:27. 14 Charlie, 26.6. 68 indicated. Standby data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Hold condition. Indicated. Good. Engines nominal. Altitude stable. Power setting 15.5 by 15. So 15.5 inches by 1500 RPM. And this is a good data point. All right, got a little decel trend going there. Got off by ½ mile an hour. One more. 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
We'll average these out. A bit of a spike there in the P45. That was me. All right, good enough. Let's go ahead and slow this thing down. Good airspace to the south. Start to get into the slow tone. Trim. Basically full nose up trim at this point. There's a slow tone. Go ahead and stabilize here. Middle of the slow tone. Turn that volume down so we don't go deaf. Work for about 60 or 61. Backside of the power curve, power's coming up. All right, there's 61. 60 Mipple 61. Stable VVI, power's at 16.5. This is gonna work. All right, it is 13:08:45, 14 Charlie, 26.5 on board. 61's the magic number. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Looking good. Condition. Hold, ball center. Half knot decel trend back on. Let's get one more at 61. Stand by. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Hold condition. Ball center. Scale of 176. All right, good run. Power's coming back, slowing her down. Full nose up trim, increasing pitch slightly. Getting into the stall warning. Stall warning. Power's coming up. Power's coming up. Let's stabilize here at 57, 15 degrees of pitch.
196 Hotel Papa, going to press second term is 2996.
Ball center. All right, there's our 57. PVI's looking good. I'm showing 18 inches of manifold
Target
pressure,
2185, Victor
1700
Departure, radar
RPM.
contact, climb maintain 10,000.
57's the number. All right, 13:10, 25, 14 Charlie, 26.4, data mark, 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, there's our 57. 2 fingers, come on, Ace, hold your condition. 57. Oil temperature nominal 177. 15 degrees of pitch, 57. We'll get 30 seconds of data away.
Target 2185, heading 360.
All right, that's going to be a good run. We're going to get one more data point. Same condition. 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
131104. Fingers holding. Ball centered. Got some head and drift going due to power effects. Gonna have to turn around for airspace here. A little climb going. So we're gonna slow her down just a little bit here in the turn. Keep her right on the stall warning. Torque turn to her heading at 360. Time now, 3:11:36. 14 Charlie, 26.3 on board. Oil temperature's nominal. Engine's just whipping us around here.
Target 2185, contact directional center 120.2, see ya.
We'll put it back on the stall warning. And heading at 360. All right, decel. All right, just flying the tone, still full nose up trim. Slightly lower power setting this time, got a downtrend going. Power's coming up. We've been airborne 47 minutes, 19 seconds. All right, power coming up, stopping the descent. Target in 54 indicated. Lots of right rudder. All right, 52 indicated. Still got a downtrend, power's coming up. 17 degrees of pitch. 18 inches of manifold pressure. All right, good condition. It is 13, 13, 10, 14 Charlie, 26.2, 52 indicated. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
All right, 51 Mipple 52. Hold 51 Mipple 52. 17 degrees of pitch. Downtrend. Still got that left turn going because of the skid. All right. Condition's good. We got a little beta right now. Put some right bank in there to stop the beta. Looking better. All right, let's get another one of these at 13, 13, 59.
Data mark.
2 Mipple 53. Holding 53. There's our 52 Mipple 53. All right, taking some bank out. Get another one of these. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
13, 14, 34. 14 Charlie, 26.1. All right, let's take it right to the edge. Another 10 seconds of data here. And we're going to slow her down even more.
Target 2560, again departure, identical, maintain 10,000.
All right, bring the nose up. Go for 50 indicated.
Target 2560, radar contact 2 miles north, Agile sliding 360.
That's it. 50 indicated. Power's coming up. Nope, too much. All right, we're right on the edge. Stable. 13, 15, 25, 14 Charlie, 26.0. Working 50. Stand by, data mark 3, 2, 1.
769, Pop Delta, reverse taxi altimeter 2998.
edge of the stall. Got 18.5 inches of manifold pressure, 1,700 RPM. Oil temperature's climbing a little bit, 188 nominal. Good data. Let's get one more up here. It's 131602. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Full condition. And then we'll get a stall brake at this power setting. I think we're right there. I can feel her bucking just a little bit. All right, coming up on the stall brake. Here we go. That's it. Stall brake at 50 indicated, so we were right there. Nice. All right, we're going to call that done. And we'll get set up for our dynamic cals now. Whew. Bowl's a little hot. We'll let her cool off. Relax for a second. We've been airborne 51 minutes, 52 seconds. Boost pump is coming on. Switch, fuel tank switch, right feeding at 52 minutes elapsed. All right, get the phone out. And we'll run our dynamic cals north-south axis today. Good camera, good boom. All right, airplane mode is on, Bluetooth is off, Wi-Fi is on. All righty. Navigating to on-speed local. We'll see what happens today when we set up our Wizard. We force a reboot. Lost count. I think we had 2 random reboots, not counting necessarily the one on the ground, don't recall. All right. Run into our calibration Wizard. We're going to run these in the VN200. I don't want to have to go into system configuration and the AutoCal Wizard. Odds of forcing a reboot are high.
It's 120.2, 2020.
All right, current gross weight. I've got 25.7. Standby lookup table. 1300. 80 for the best glide. And 6 Gs. For our maneuvering angle. 6 Gs selected. All right, going for it. Continue. And forced a reboot. Okay. That's odd. I'm not seeing a reboot up here. Okay. Let's just go ahead and refresh and see what happens. That may be good. All right, we made it. We didn't force a reboot. That's good. Glad we could compare that. Let's go to the record page. Looking good. We got a good live wire. We are set. Okay. Engine's coming back to nominal. A little hot on the oil, but that'll be fine. Be cooling it down when we do these runs. So let's accelerate here. And we'll hook south for our first run. Time now, 13:19:30. 14 Charlie, 25.6 on board. Getting set up for our dynamic cal runs. And we're a little high, diving her down, coming up on the north end of the airspace. Starting an easy turn to left. Looking at heading 180 at 13:19:52. Airspeed, airspeed, airspeed. All right. And we got our decel gauge up. Coming down to our test altitude. Power's back right now. Got the descent going. Push the power up, we'll stabilize, we'll trim. All right, power's coming up. Stand by.
110 Romeo is going to approach the correct altimeter is 2998.
All right, there's an adjustment for red line. All right, we'll stabilize up here. We're going to use 170 as our target. Cruise speed showing 188. Winds aloft showing 06713. Looking good. Got some acceleration going. Floodline RPM. All right. It is 13:20:54. 16 Charlie. 25.4 on board. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Ah, shit. The hell is going on? Okay. Now that's just an Apple message. All good. We're stable here. A record. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008. 8-second throttle pull. Okay. Standard left rudder. Looking out the window. Easy squeeze. Holding altitude. Coming down to the green band. I don't think we can brief. It's a precise 1 knot per second deceleration. Holding altitude. Decel rate slightly high. I'm showing 1.5 knots. Looking out the window. Look at this first one. All right, down to 1 knot. There's our 1 knot. Continuing to trim. Approaching LRD max. LRD max. Down about 20 feet. A little high in the decel rate. All right, stop trim on speed. Increase AOA pitch rate. All right, there's our stall. Okay, didn't capture the stall. All right, go ahead and stop. Stall not detected. Do it again. Make sure we're looking good here. Oh, God, we're connected to DocsBox. Okay, brilliant back, idiot. Okay, do over. Another chance to excel. That's cool. Go back here to settings. Wi-Fi. That's what, on speed. Well, we should be on speed. We are connected to on speed. Why does it say DocsBox? All right, let's go ahead and turn the Wi-Fi off. Turn the Wi-Fi on. Let's Rico. Something's foobar here. Going to on speed. Climb back up. All right, connected to on speed. Let's navigate back and start this whole process over again. Yeah. It was connected to DocsBox, but it showed on speed. I've never seen that before. All right, on speed 2, local. All right, showing cockpit. Going to the calibration wizard. That is bizarre. All right, yeah, we definitely programmed DocsBox. My bad for failing to do that, but interesting. All right, 1500. Easy climb and turn to the right here. Current gross weight, 1300. Best glide, 80. All right, climbing up above 5. We're gonna do a little yo-yo here. 6 Gs. It is 1324, 14 in the turn to 360. We're gonna start this whole process over again. That's it. We forced the reboot that time. That's what happened. We forced a reboot of DocsBox last time. Okay, so we got a reboot going. All right, let's just go ahead and refresh. See if we can catch this again. And the yo-yo to north. Looks good, good display. Cockpit verified. Okay, we're back in the game. We got a good live wire. And we're looking at the VN3 flap 0. Or VN300 rather, flap 0. There's our yo-yo, let's push it up. We got our first decel run. So that last test run was bad. Down to 5,000 feet, sculling 360 at 13:24:59. 14 Charlie, 25.1 on board, 59:52 elapsed. All right, pushing it up. Airspeed. Power. Red line. Power. All right, looking good. It is 13:25:36, 16 Charlie, 25 gallons on board. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Record. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008. 8-second throttle pull, standard left rudder, ball centered. On altitude, 2 knots per second. Slight trim on altitude, looking out, 2 knots per second. In the green band. 1.25, 1.0. Down 20 feet. Working the decel rate down 80 feet. Trim, trim, trim. Velocity max.
Number 6, Hotel Papa, contact Jacksonville Center
Down 100
120.82.
feet. Stop trim. Increase pitch rate.
Number 9, Papa Golf, contact Kansas Approach 133.45.
Okay, captured that one.
Today.
Nice looking curve. Go ahead, get the stall speed here. Screen capture number 1. Stand by for screen capture number 2. All right, screen capture number 2. Save data to file. Mark. Downloaded. All right.
Number 0, X-ray Romeo, verify you're direct to your destination now.
Let's come up here. And we'll climb back up. Another yo-yo. We'll get a couple more of those. All right, been airborne 1 hour, 2 minutes. Good camera. Good boom. Couple more decel runs. That was a pretty one. We'll call her done. Check right here to heading 090. That's just for airspace. Actually, belay that. We'll make it 045. We're going to accelerate on a 045 heading, and we'll hook right for our run. There's 5,000 feet. Power's up. Let the big dog eat. Oil's nominal back to 178. Everything looking nice and cool. Accelerating. Trim, trim, trim. Got a good live wire. No Wi-Fi anomalies on that one. Looking good, Lenny. Good on the airspeed, starting an easy right turn now to heading 180 at 13:29.05. 16 Charlie, 24.7 on board.
Number 0, X-ray Romeo, traffic 11
2.
o'clock and 10 miles, maneuvering in the area of the lights of the aircraft VFR at 5,000 feet.
That's me.
7 Bravo Romeo, traffic 8 miles southeastern position, PA 31 northwestbound, level at 6,000.
7 Bravo Romeo, searching no joy in the turn to 180.
Roger.
All right, southeast, no factor. He's northbound. This will be good for the run. Airspeed's looking good. There's red line. Let's make one little power adjustment here. Rolling out on a heading 180. Standby altitude and airspeed. Correction. Looking good. Let's get the trim set. Get rid of the XL trend, looking good. All right, it's 13, 30, 15, 16 Charlie, 24.5 down to Mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Good trend on the airspeed, record, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008. Standard 8-second throttle pull, standard left rudder. Mixture's back. A little bit of trim. Coming down to the green arc. 1.5 knots per second. Approaching 1 knot per second. All right, accepting the altitude loss. There's your 1 knot per second. Down 80 feet. Trim, trim, trim. Keeping the dining ball centered. Maybe too damp, don't know yet. Liberty max checks. On speed, stop trim. Increase pitch rate. Decel rate's a little high. And into the stall. Looks good. System captured. Ah, brilliantly beautiful curve. All right, let's go ahead and get 2 screen saves. Screen save uno. And by screen save dos. We get 1 more clean run like this. We're going to call it done at 3. All right, there's our second screen capture. All right, saving data to file. Mark, save to file. All right, that's looking really good. We got a good live wire. We'll get 1 more of those. And then we'll be able to map all those static cals versus the dynamic cals. We got a good camera. We got a bright sun. Good boom. All right, looking good. Yo-yo, this one be on a skull of 360. All right, we'll do a little yo-yo here. And we'll get set up for our next one. 34625. That's set for RTB. Little wing over. This will be our last run. We got a good live wire. Parameters. Power's up.
Number 0, X-ray Romeo, contact Jacksonville Center 134.15.
All right, standby airspeed, power, red line. Sweet. All right, 13, 33, 39, 15 Charlie, 24.2 on board Skull and 360 degrees. Run number 3. Airspeed stable. Data mark 3, 2, 1.
Data mark.
Record. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 6, 7, 8. 8-second throttle pull, standard left rudder, 2 fingers. Altitude, 2.5 knots per second. Coming down, 2 knots per second. 1.5 knots per second. Approaching 1 knot per second. Trim, trim, trim. Got to get that altitude dip in there to catch that 1 knot per second. Nothing we can do about that. Down about 80 feet. 1 knot per second. I'm trimming and pulling simultaneously with 2 fingers. A little high on the decel right there. Slow the pitch rate just slightly. Take care of that problem. There's a good LVD max Q. There's our 1 knot per second. All right, there's an on-speed condition. We're going to stop trim and increase pitch rate at 1 knot per second. All right, there's our stall. Okay, some Wi-Fi anomalies, but it's a nice looking curve. Go ahead and get this. Not going to worry about getting another one because we just may see more Wi-Fi artifacts. That's all right. Did a screen capture. We got 2 other really good curves. Standby, save data to file. Data to file, mark. Okay, knock it off at 13, 35, 30.
2. Runway 2 and True 0 in use. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Oscar. Edmund Tower information Oscar. 12550 observation. Wind 340 at 04. Weather is better than 5005.